We begin with breaking news. Shots fired near the American Tobacco Complex in Durham. Sky 5 is live right now over the scene, giving us this view. Police have responded to the parking deck behind the Aloft Hotel and DPAC, and you can see the law enforcement presence there. WRAL's Chelsea Donovan joins us now live from the scene. Chelsea, tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so when we arrived here about a good hour and a half ago, there was a large police presence, and it was actually centered around two parking garages. If you know the American Tobacco campus, you know that there's several parking garages here, sort of centered, sandwiched between the DPAC and the Durham Bulls Stadium. But what we've come to find here is that there is a large police presence on the east deck, and I'm going to show you this car here that's sort of the center of this investigation. You can see we're right outside the Aloft Hotel, right beside the Durham Bulls Stadium and Tobacco Road, the restaurant there, and you can see this car here that's sort of slammed into a planter. And if we walk sort of to my right, you can see some of these markers here. We've counted probably more than 6 or so shell casings on the ground, and you can see where we're at. It's completely cordoned off by crime scene tape. You can see Durham police on the scene as well as the sheriff's office. We do know that about 10:30 they responded here for a shots fired call right in the heart of downtown Durham on Blackwell Street. What we don't know, though, is kind of what transpired. We're hearing now from the public information officer from Durham Police that they're just investigating a shooting. They're not reporting any injuries at this time, but let's show you some video of how emergent this scene is when you see the canine officers here on the scene. We've seen Durham police officers running on foot, speeding away in their cruisers, going back and forth between this east deck of the American Tobacco campus and the west deck, which is sort of to the right of the stadium, right by the Mellow Mushroom, if you're familiar with this area. So we can see that there is still just a heavy police presence at this scene, not only here at this parking deck, but the other one over by the Mellow Mushroom. And if you can see right now, if we go to Sky 5, you can see that there are multiple scenes, a lot of police presence here on the scene, and a lot of onlookers. This is an area that's heavy populated by offices, restaurants. DPAC is here, the stadium is here. So this is an area right now that's heavily populated, and you can see just a lot of onlookers wondering what's going on. But as you can see, we should mention this car with the shell casings around it, it's still running. And so you can see they've plowed into a planter here. There are shell casings around. This is sort of the center of the investigation, and we're hoping soon, as we stay on scene here in downtown Durham, we'll learn a little bit more from investigators as to what's going on, possibly if they're looking for the driver of this vehicle or someone inside. Of course, we'll continue to keep you updated here on the air and on WRAL.com. Back to you.
Anyone who's ever gone to see a show at the DPAC, very familiar with the area that you've just shown us there on the American Tobacco campus. Chelsea Donovan reporting live in Durham.